Hey, everybody, this is Josh Olive from Haven Comics in Huntsville, Alabama. Stay tuned because we're going to be asking questions and getting answers and handing out prizes, which is a winning combination. If you like that, just stick around because that's what we're going to have going on for the next hour or so. If you like that intro, we're going to have some interesting information for you later on in the show. But just wanted to say hello. I know we actually set the show to start a little bit later, so we might have some folks joining us in 10, 15 minutes. But I did want to go ahead and jump on now since this is the usual time when we start things off. And while I'm doing that, I thought I would introduce our co-host, the one, the only. That's right. I just introduced a sign. That sign is also attached to this man.
Now I got to live up to that slick ad.
Yeah, I thought it was good timing. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Today is my wife's birthday.
Congratulations for her.
Tuesday was the birthday from one of our customers at the store. She turned 8, and she's awesome, so shout out to Olivia. Yesterday was my friend Rebecca's birthday. Today is my wife's birthday, and tomorrow is Aaron's birthday from the store. So there's something about people I know and them all being Aquariuses. I don't know what the deal is with that. What's the deal?
Tomorrow is also the prize cam's birthday.
So, no way.
Yeah, it's a great month for birthdays.
Now, is that in Canadian years or is that in American years?
You know, honestly, I can't tell with their Celsius years. Okay, but
because they're also much closer to the North Pole, right? So they spin a little bit faster, so they probably age faster, or they have more time in there. I'm not sure how time works up there.
We got to ask the prize camp. So lack of gravity makes you age slower, right?
I think so. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, to look at her then, in Canada, they have less gravity. So, but hold on, let's do some quick math on that. Tomorrow, 29th, let's go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Something about April. It's a spring thing.
That must be it. I didn't want to think about that, but thanks.
Now you have. That's what I bring to the
table. Now I have. Well, you know what? It looks like we've got a couple of people on today, one of them being somebody I have not seen before, at least not that I'm aware of by this name, Alexander, who is just jumping straight in with an opinion on a book. And he says Doomsday Clock sucks. And then he wants to know, do we also hate Doomsday Clock?
This is a make or break point for us.
Right. I mean, right out of the gate, our credibility is challenged. So what do you think about Doomsday Clock? Do you know what it is?
Of course I know what it is, but did I read it? That's a whole separate question. Alexander...
Notice I didn't ask that one. I was trying to go easy on you there.
Oh, man.
It looks like Thor's hammer is sticking out of my head. I'm going to have to move that. That's not right.
So, quick shout out to Thor's hammer. We got them at the store. Can you move them? Come check it out.
We do. We have these bad boys up at the shop, and they are amazing. My brother-in-law makes them, so these are a Haven exclusive. It's all wood, so that's not actually moon rock or anything. And then he does the leather work, the painting, the whole 9 yards. He included the handle, the thong on here, so if you want to break, it's leather, so you have to break it in a little. But if you want to start whipping this thing around and seeing if you can create a time vortex for space travel or what have you, just like Thor does, then please do that out in your yard or something around no other human beings because you'll injure yourself. Or
to answer the question about Doomsday Clock, right? I follow comics for the artists. I really am there. I look at it like a trade magazine. I pick it up and I'm like, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? Is there something I can take and work into my own work? And I passed. I saw it and was like, no, thank you. So Didn't even read
Gary
it.
Frank did the art on Doomsday Clock, and I like Gary Frank's work personally.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him what I
think
said.
Doomsday Clock wasn't terrible, but I didn't really love it. I will say this too: the fact that it took 2 years broke almost across 3 calendar years to get that book out was ridiculous. It was impossible to maintain any kind of excitement or momentum to read it. You're just like, oh, is the next one going to come out sometime soon? Man, I don't know. So yeah, to answer your question, Alexander, I'm not sure if I hated it, but I didn't love it. Hang on, we've got a special request from. Hang on, I skipped one. From Owen. An 80s cartoon episode. I mean, for me, 80s cartoon episode. Off the top of my head, I'm going to go with G.I. Joe, the Weather Dominator episode. Yeah.
Are you asking for a guest that can really bring the heat for some 80s cartoons?
I don't know, but we've already had Alan on, so I don't know. Because I know Alan can. Speaking of Alan, Snake Hunt was amazing. Thanks for. I'm telling you, this is a G.I. Joe story, Snake Hunt, which was incredible. And I gotta go. Larry Hama did something unthinkable in a comic book, and he killed off the most popular character by far from day one. He killed off the most popular character in the book. And to replace that character with 2 other people in a way that should have been complete nonsense, and yet you got all the feels because you just lost somebody you cared about, but it's also an incredible story, and the fact that he was able to pull that off and make it so I didn't hate him or the book, I continue to read it, was amazing. And then the Snake Hunt story, which literally brings in every single character, every single vehicle, every single everything that has ever been in a G.I. Joe comic.
That's pretty cool.
Into one storyline. And I'm talking like a van from issue number 37 that they used in a stakeout. Like it was like selling balloons or something, a balloon delivery van that they used as and I'm like, everything was in this. It was incredible. Phenomenal writing. So I'm glad you enjoyed that, Alan. We got Travis on, who concurs that Doomsday Clock sucks. So Alexander, I think you're finding that everybody on here is pretty much agreeing with you. Owen agrees with you, and if Owen agrees, that's pretty good because we trust Owen's opinion.
That's going to be a question next week.
Comics and Death Metal himself joining us tonight. Awesome. Rock on.
Spoiler, next week we're going to have a question. Does Doomsday Clock suck?
Okay, see, now we're getting a little bit of breakdown on this. That does seem to be a problem for DC, and I know you're a DC fan, so that's painful. We got Two Brothers Comics on, and it's our favorite of the two brothers. See, that seems like that's kind of throwing down a gauntlet and forcing us to make a choice. And I kind of enjoy the ambiguity of not knowing and just saying, I agree with you. You're the best.
He's definitely my favorite, whoever he is.
Turbo Teen was the James. I don't even remember.
Oh, come on. What are we even talking about anymore? I feel like the goal now is just to throw obscure things at us until we have to admit we haven't seen them.
Now, I mean, let's talk about this, though, for a second. If you're looking at 80s cartoons, and while we're doing all this stuff and waiting, physically assault your computers, smash the like button, pound on the notification thing, hit the subscribe doodad, whatever that stuff is. Do all that stuff because apparently that's important. I'm not
if
sure
you
why.
like us and you want to see us again, you just give yourself a little reminder, right? You just hit all those buttons except the dislike one. Don't hit that one.
Don't hit that one. Although, honestly, from what I understand, that doesn't really make any difference to YouTube. They just any reaction for them is a good reaction.
Works for me.
somebody cared enough to say they hated you, so that works.
If we're universally hated, they'll still broadcast us.
We could get elected to office. That's all you got to be. I mean, as long as it's universal, then everybody has an opinion on you. So that's how it goes. But look at this list of cartoons, man. And this isn't even getting into Voltron and God, it had so many different names. What were all the different names? Geoforce, all those things. There were tons of cartoons in the 80s. The 80s were awesome.
I feel like when we talk about 80s cartoons, I feel like people just make them up sometimes, and they just want to see if I'm paying attention, honestly. Because, like, what is this Teen Alpha Force thing that somebody just said? It's like, are these real? I was an 80s baby. I don't know what these are.
Yeah, but you were a baby. You weren't watching this stuff like devotedly every Saturday morning and every afternoon at 3:00. You didn't rush home from school and then watch it, and then going into the 90s when you hit all the Disney afternoon stuff with Chip and Dale.
I was born in 1985, so the 90s stuff, that was me.
Yeah, I think that's true. Now, I will agree with Owen 110% on this. Heroes in Crisis was painful. It was like Tom King exploring the depths of how broken people can be, and then telling a story that made no sense. Because when did Harley Quinn become the most powerful fighter in the DC universe? When did that happen? When can she keep up with any of the people that she beats up? She's just a Looney Tune with a hammer.
Yeah.
I don't get it, and it bothers me, and I don't like it.
So all of a sudden she can keep up because people like her so much.
That's what it is. Yeah. So
I'm surprised she hasn't.
Tonight, so any Star Wars questions? I hope our guest is able to get them, because if not, Justin will.
Justin, name every character that's in the Mos Eisley scene in the opening.
In alphabetical order.
Yeah. He's going to do
all the characters, but I guarantee you he can name all the races.
Oh, man, you just hurt his feelings. He's going to name them all now.
I said probably. Oh, come on now, Travis. It would be fun to watch somebody flop and flail around, wouldn't it? Because that's probably what's going to happen.
We got Jake.
Guest, Jake, you're on, here. And 100% agree with that. Booster Gold is an enigma to him. I agree. So let's see who else we got. Alan, born in 73. Oh, God, yeah, that was horrible. You had to go outside by that point. Yeah, American Bandstand. Like, I'm done with this. I don't know who watched that, but it sure as heck wasn't me.
You know, you guys make fun of me not knowing any movies a lot. I feel like you guys are just making up words at this point. With a lot of these cartoon names.
See, 100% agree with all of that. That is absolute truth. She shouldn't be there. She should not be there. So, question for you. I understand that after the painfully long 1 week hiatus, we have our glorious and magnificent prize cam back. Is that accurate?
We do. You want to cut to it and check out some of the prizes we've got?
I think we should cut to and see what prizes Nick is not going to win tonight.
All right, cut into the prize cam. I've got some favorites in here personally.
Rock on. Let's embiggen that prize cam.
Embiggen it. All right, so.
Yay, prize cam! Glad to have you back.
Of course, we've got my comic. We've got the variant edition there. We have X-Men number 30, but it is the classified variant, so you don't know what's going to be in there. You don't know if it's going to be the one without trade dress. You don't know what's happening with it. So that I love. We've got the maybe alcohol, maybe sanitizer pouch there that Christine made for the show. Also,
I see a tiny little, that.
I've got some slick pins to give away.
That's an old school OG Nintendo controller pin. That's awesome.
Absolutely. For when you want to represent, you could even throw it on this pouch. Whoever wins that.
And now it looks like once again you don't have any more stabby things.
I'm out of stabby things. That's why I threw in some other stabby things.
We got plenty
we're
of
out.
stabby things left at the store, man. We need to pick some up.
Well, I need to get the hookup for stabby things. Let's check out this Tom Price drawing that I have right here. Look at
Speaking of
that.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I expect out of Harley Quinn, hanging upside down, chewing bubblegum. Quality work from Tom.
Indeed. Tom Price has been bringing the heat lately. He's been doing a great job.
Got a lot of cool stuff from him that I'm going to give away. We've got a Thanos Funko we got right there. Of course, Ghost Rider makes an appearance.
Hey, there's our gelatinous feely thing. Welcome back, Ghost Rider. Hey guys, I'm back.
We got the Vision trade. We've got a Falcon and Winter Soldier variant there. And Josh, I need you to do the explaining on this comic book that we're going to give away. This, if you'll prize cam, if we zoom in on the Avengers comic. Tell me what's going on with this.
Well, that would be an autograph. That is autographed by Roger Stern, the writer of that book. Phenomenal writer. Really kind of had his heyday back in the 80s. But, yeah, that is autographed by Roger Stern. So you want to pick up an autographed comic tonight, there it is. It is available. And will be a prize that we will probably give away because we very rarely don't give away prizes.
And remember, we've got the... Hold on, I should have had it queued up if I was going to lead into it. We've got the Canadian bonus question where someone in our audience can just straight up win 25 Haven dollars.
I do
Come into
love
the
that.
store. We'll give you...
Justin's excited because Justin loves his autographs. Yes. You know what I think we should do now? Now that we've chewed the fat a little bit, we've showed off all the prizes, we've said hello to our glorious prize cam. You know what I think we should do?
Go through Haven, autographing every single comic with random names.
Well, that was one thought. But my other thought is that we should introduce this week's guest.
Bring him on.
I would like to introduce tonight your friend of mine, one half of the tag team duo that is Two Brothers Comics, Mr. Nick Ellis. How are you doing, Nick?
I'm great, and I would hopefully, can you guys hear me okay?
I can.
You sound a little weird, to be honest.
Okay, let me see if I can turn it up a little bit.
You also sound a little bit like one of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
How about now?
I don't know what you normally sound like, so Josh, you're going to have to be our meter here.
Not really.
What the heck?
I don't know.
You
do this stuff all the time, and I know you're a professional, so this is... notice how crisp and clean he looks there. He's like in full 1080, 2490, 10,464 DPI or whatever. The man is crystal clear and very patriotic.
Any better?
Pull the old IT unplug it, plug it back in move.
Or do some percussive maintenance.
I can't upgrade to the full beautiful camera because I got the glamour shots thing going on. My camera does me a lot of favors with, fading me out a little bit, blurring me.
Well, yeah, mine does that too because I had a Post-it note stuck over the camera on my computer forever.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
And it just got that film on there. So I had somebody tell me, and I don't know how this person knows this, but I had somebody tell me it looked like I had a softcore porn filter on. And I was like, A, I didn't know there was such a thing, and B, heck yeah.
Yeah, but it's a hard choice. Do you want to be monitored by the CEA or do you want to have a clear camera for when you do the Haven Comics quiz show?
Right. Okay, Ryan, you heard that too, right? He sounded a little bit not normal. That wasn't what he normally sounds like, right? Wait a minute. What is this, Jeremy?
Jeremy's the only one that sounds good. Peter, you're gearing up to be my best friend.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Peter the other day was like, Jeremy's a quality guy. He's sensitive. He cares about the community.
Hey, and we got Mike Weslowski on. And we got Zachary Jordan on. Whoop, these things are jumping around a little bit here. There's Zachary Jordan. Welcome, Zachary. And I saw up here somewhere, she popped in here, there. Okay. There's Christine May. Yes, all hail Christ, Cam. We missed you. And Grace is on with her insights, which I think she's probably exactly accurate. Yeah, that's Harley Quinn is DC's Deadpool, even though Deadpool is Marvel's Deathstroke. So, all right, let's see. Can we hear Nick?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
You sound the same to me.
So, see, in the comments, some people are saying I sound fine. Josh is saying I sound bad. Dustin said I sound like I'm on helium.
You do sound like you're on helium. That's exactly what it is.
I'll put it like this: you sound very clear, but you do also sound like you're huffing helium.
Okay.
Now that was better.
What was that?
Whatever you just did was better.
Deal with that later.
Oh, there
I just swapped to another mic.
Right on. A human stepped up to the plate all of a sudden. So.
All of that money for all of that.
Now that is 100% accurate right there. Look at that.
Hey, audience, hit me with some compliments because I can't let Josh walk away with that.
Oh, Lord.
So, Nick,
yes.
Who are you in an existential sense? What gets you out of bed in the morning?
Wait a minute. We've got a request for Nick. Bring that mic back on and sing the Lollipop Guild song.
I'm telling you guys, look, never had an issue. Record all of these videos, do all of these live streams. Not one time an issue.
No, not ever. You always sound great.
I know. I spent all this money on this stuff. And now I'm upset.
And just for the record, so you guys know this, this is a gift to us from Nick, our guest tonight.
I made that a while ago. It's been almost a year. Can I believe that? Almost a year since I made that.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, I'm just going to use it until the wheels fall off of that thing.
Well, I just got this new Mac M1 Mini, and I'm hoping to be able to take my editing to a little bit higher level. So maybe I'll be able to hook you up with a better one.
Well, I wouldn't say no, but that's awesome. And see, we got people tuning in and telling us so. See, look at that.
So if you like those intros, check us out on our channel because there's really good editing there too. Maybe not much of it, but there's good editing.
So tell us more about your channel.
So Two Brothers Comics, I'm the best part of Two Brothers Comics, I like to say. And Dustin, if you're listening, which I hope you are, he's the third best part of Two Brothers Comics because our comic pro who also joins us on the channel, Justin Birch, who does a lot of lettering for books like Snake Eyes and books from Mad Cave, and he has a DC title and all of these things that he's worked on.
And Sea of Sorrows.
Say that again?
Sea of Sorrows.
Yeah. So he's the second best part of Two Brothers Comics. But we have a YouTube channel. It's called Two Brothers Comics. And we actually started it up because Dustin and I would spend hours on the phone talking about comic books. And so I said, well, why don't we start a podcast? And then we decided to just do the YouTube channel because at the time we were doing Facebook Live sales with comic books. And a year later, about a year and 2 months later, we are fully engrossed in comics and the comic book YouTube world. So
how did that happen? How did you get into comics? Tell everybody that.
It was basically the Marvel movies, and then I'm kind of a weird nerd, so I love to know source material, and I like to do research and all that stuff. Thank you, Owen. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Owen does the questions, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I hope you took it easy because I've not seen an easy night. And that's what we were originally, was Krakoa Comics on Facebook Live sales, because we thought that was, a clever name. But anyways, so because of the movie, I wanted to know the source material for basically the cosmic happening, right? The Infinity Saga. So I decided I wanted to go buy the Infinity Gauntlet comic book series. So I messaged, and I didn't have a clue how comic book works or anything about it other than I wanted to buy Infinity Gauntlet 1 through 6. And so I followed Haven Comics on Facebook, messaged them, and they're like, no, we don't have it. Josh was like, no, or whoever was running at the time said, no, we don't have it. And then I went to a couple other places, and I didn't know if they were easy to find, hard to find. I don't know. I just wanted the comic books. And then Josh posted on Facebook, hey, we just got these in. Anybody interested? And it was like a Sunday night or Monday night. So I messaged you as soon as I see them, like, I want those. Please don't sell them. And then he's like, okay, well, we open up Wednesday at 10. And it's actually a Canon M50 with a Sigma f1.6 f-stop, and it's 16 millimeter.
I think what Alan is really trying to get to is why does Nick look so good and we look so crap?
Well, Josh, are you using the webcam I gave you?
I am.
Okay, so to put it in comparison, that's a $115 webcam, give or take, something like that. Maybe not as much, but anyways, right around there. This whole setup is pushing right at probably $1,100 with like just the camera. So that's a major difference.
Wow. When I said why does Nick look so good, I really thought you were going to say genetics.
No.
I love that when somebody asked him about the camera, he stopped speaking English. That was my favorite thing to happen there.
That was incredible.
And the mic that doesn't work apparently is the piece of garbage. It's just for whatever reason. Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, Nick, I think we made it harder on you.
Which is not ideal.
Which is not, especially because what we're going to do is we're going to have you on, and we're going to see how you do, and then we're going to have your brother on, and we're going to see how he does, and then we're going to have Justin on, and we're going to see how he does, and we'll see who really is the best of Two Brothers Comics.
Yeah, so
then we'll have quantitative proof.
You're playing for bragging rights too. Hey, Nick, last question for me. Are you running for office?
No. This is just, you know what it was? This is why my mic's not working, because I know you have your Canadian question, and I'm always in the chat throwing up American flags when you do that.
Oh, wow.
But
so I thought
it's hard to tell what they are.
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be funny and put up the American flag because I couldn't. Normally, I do like X-Men animated series or something. But I didn't want to get Josh's stuff copyrighted just in case. I was like, I'm going to throw up the American flag for the Canadian question.
Man, we almost actually put out a Canadian flag to set all the prizes on today. I wish that we had.
Would have been good.
I wish now that I was just draped in the Canadian flag as a counterpoint to this.
I'm sure you've got one in the house you can do that with.
I do. I hope the prize cam brings it to me.
Well, the bad part, I guess, is the fact that, like, I got it up there, but I was trying to find one, and I actually do not own an American flag, so that says a lot about me, I guess.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to fine you some amount of money.
Well, I was going to put a 20-foot one outside of my front yard, but my HOA told me I could not, so I've kind of been deciding whether or not I actually wanted to do it, but I had one picked out from Home Depot in the cart. I sent over the ARC request. They said, no, you cannot put a 20-foot tall American flag in the front yard. So,
man,
that would, yeah. I mean, I can see why that might be strange, but let's see. We got a quick late breaking thing here.
There we go. I'm gonna be texting Justin during all of this and say, hey, answer this one for me, because he's the one. Like he'll know just about everything. He's a wealth.
He's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of people in the audience that are real bangers at this. They clean up every time. So I think we should get into the next question, but I also
You mean the first question? We haven't even asked the first question yet.
You're right. I guess I just asked about the politics thing in my head. That was his first question, and he lost. So, but I want to make sure I address something real quick before I move forward. We got this right here. I just feel like everybody needs to see this.
Yeah, look at the one above that, or the one below that. I see.
Yeah. All right. So for question 1, you play for the right to advertise for us.
Right on.
Yeah. So you're playing for this pack of Haven Comic stickers. And all you got to do
goes out to all of the members on our channel whenever we send out a sticker pack. It also includes a Haven Comics sticker.
Right on.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right.
It's a synchronistic relationship. All right. We're going to hit you with the softball. And Nick, now that you called it out as a softball, I really hope you get it. Audience, remember, the way you win here, if Nick doesn't get it, you need to be the first person to answer in the comments. Nick, obviously you're going to get it, but audience, when he inevitably doesn't get it, he's definitely not going to get it. You need to be the first person in the audience, okay? That's the rule. That's the game. That's the game in a nutshell. So let's play.
That's shenanigans.
Before we dive into this, I have to address this. Yes. That's awesome, and that makes all the sense in the world to me.
Yep. My first comic books, actually, well, I didn't get to that part of the story, but my first set of comic books, I did buy the Infinity Gauntlet, and the first I ever bought was from Josh. And my wife thought I was nuts because of how much money I spent on them. But that's news here and there.
You started with something pricey.
Yeah, right out of the gate, he bought the entire Infinity Gauntlet miniseries.
Which, during that time period, it was pretty inflated.
It was going more than it is going for now, but
yeah.
It's
Nick, are you stalling?
Still good to have.
A little bit. 100%. I'm like, if I just keep talking, I'll never have to answer real questions, and then we'll be like, oh, the hour's up. See ya.
Yeah. Okay, question 1. What was the name of Darth Vader's flagship that crashed into the Death Star 2 at the Battle of Endor?
Hold on, say that one more time.
What was the name of Darth Vader's flagship that crashed into the Death Star 2 at the Battle of Endor?
That's amazing.
Am I close?
Does that have a name?
All right.
And is that a flagship? That looks like a TIE fighter.
Yeah. No, I know.
All right, gotta say.
That's freaking awesome, though.
Yeah. No, I do
Did
not
you print
know
that
the
on
name.
your 3D printer?
No. That's like a $40 thing.
Okay, so Nick. Audience, let us know.
Did we give Nick a chance to actually guess?
Oh,
No, he said no.
Yeah. I outright do not know the name of his ship.
Hey, next time, just say any word. I mean, if you're going to lose anyway, right?
I do not know that he actually named it.
So, it was a Star Wars question.
So you always name a ship, right?
It's a Star Wars question, so of course, who got it? Boom, Justin.
No, that's technically the one from Force. I think that's like the Kylo Ren movie type fighter.
Gotcha.
I don't even remember that. Yeah, I've actually seen that movie, and I don't
When did he
remember
name it? When did he give a name to this? Was it in the books?
Beats me.
Oh. We'll have to rely on Owen or Justin to answer that.
Hold on, I'm Googling it. Because if that was in the movies, I feel like I would have known.
Welcome aboard the Do Not Know.
Yeah, where did he? Because I don't remember the Executor. Because it was the Executor, right? That's what they're saying.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
you remember the ship? It's one of those giant Star Destroyer looking things. They kind of arrowhead shape.
See, okay, so there we go. Owen said it's not spoken in the films. So if it's not spoken in the films, is it from the comics or the novels? And if not, then is it actually canon?
Justin, what's the answer?
He's going to lawyer his way into those stickers. That's what
you
doing.
wait. It's not even about the stickers. I just don't like being wrong.
We have somebody else saying they answered first.
Jason, did you answer first?
Let's go up and see.
Jason, I see.
I've got Peter Lewis, and Justin answering before Jason in my feed.
Yeah, sometimes, Jason, sometimes what happens, Facebook will post faster, but then YouTube will go and correct because YouTube will collect info and then just dump it.
And the
So
reason
sometimes
why,
that's what happens.
And the reason why there's a lag for anybody out there that's ever been super frustrated with it is it's actually a built-in fail-safe because there was some issues with people doing some pretty bad things on live streams.
Yeah.
And there's like a 30-second lag, so YouTube, Facebook, whoever can stop that before it's publicly shown.
Crazy. Do they watch it? Is YouTube watching us?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If something's going on, like if you were to pull up something that's copyrighted and play it for more than like 15, 20 seconds, YouTube will shut the stream down.
Dang.
It's happened to us.
That's crazy. Also, another viewer, right, Josh?
No, I know it is in the movies, but the name is the name canon. Where is it named at?
Now we're getting into what constitutes canon.
There we go. Dang, I keep trying to click on the stuff. So it's in the novelization of the movies. Okay, then I will concede.
Nick, I love your vigor.
Yeah, Nick, they have one of the segments they do on their Saturday Night Babylon show. They do a top 10, but then they do one where they kind of argue various points. And this past week was essentially an argument between Nick and his brother, and Justin sided with Nick's brother Dustin. So it was the Justin and Dustin team. But Nick was like, I will destroy you in this argument. And I think you were incorrect, actually. I think your position was wrong.
I would agree with you.
But I think you definitely won the argument. And that was just so frustrating to me. I'm like, come on!
Oh, it was that's what it's about. Like, you can be 100% wrong, but it's how you deliver your argument. Depends on how you can convince people. And basically the argument was, who would you build a company around, Donnie Cates or James Tynion? But, yeah.
That's a really scary thing to hear. It doesn't matter if you're right. It matters if you can convince people you're right.
That's right.
We got some love for you in the chat here. I want to share that.
Do I sound bad again still?
No, you sound great. Super clear.
Ooh, look at that. It's working.
Josh, I think the next question is yours, but I want to make sure we want to bring the prize cam on to show you.
Hang on. Owen's coming down on the Donnie Cates side of things. That's interesting.
So I picked Donnie because I knew Dustin would pick James Tynion, and Justin also picks Tynion, and it was very interesting. It was like an hour long of of just pure argument.
It was that. So what's prize number 2 here, Jeremy?
We're going to cut to the prize cam for prize number 2 is actually going to be.
Is he actually in the bottom? Okay, he's not. Oh, it looks like he's in the bottle. That's brilliant.
Christine makes these super slick. I mean, she makes all kinds of really cool things, but this is just a hand sanitizer or secret liquor bottle for you to wear, just to keep you a little safer. And then we
Marvel
also
comics thing behind there is what you put that in. And
oh yeah.
It's the holster for your liquor or your hand sanitizer.
Mm-hmm. And just throw that on your bandolier. And then also, because we don't have any
30 of those and wear them like a Rob Liefeld character.
We also have this slick Nintendo controller pen, which you can use to represent if you love Nintendo or love the original Nintendo or just really love blowing in computer parts that don't work. So
or just winning prizes if you like winning prizes.
Oh man!
All right, so Nick, I think this question is right up your alley, brother.
So was the last one, but you saw how that worked.
Well, I'm confident that you're going to get this.
All right, let's go.
I'm confident. I believe in you. So, in Robert Kirkman's comic Invincible, what is Mark Grayson doing when he discovers his powers?
Oh my god! I just finished the second compendium too.
Well, you might want to cast your mind back to the first one.
I know. It's only been like 3 weeks. Because this is right before he and his dad go out and play catch. Garbage. He threw garbage. That's what it was. He
I'm
threw
gonna
the
count
garbage.
that.
He threw the garbage. He was working, and he threw it because he was mad, and it just went flying, and then it hit some dude in another country, like a couple of issues later or something. Or
Wow.
was that right?
Yeah, you got it.
Good.
Correct.
I want to check this out. This is on my list, but it hit some dude in another country a couple of issues later. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was like I tell you, there is not a better book that I've read than Invincible, and I'm not finished with it. But I tell you what, 90-something issues in, I just one night I sat here and read it for like 2.5 hours straight and didn't even realize what time it was. Oh, it's so good. But yes, yep, so good.
See? There you go, Grace.
And I'm gonna actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start rolling out a because I think it comes out in March. So what I'm gonna try to do is start rolling out like every Friday or something, like the first 12 issues on our channel, and kind of do like an overview or a review of it. So,
Right on.
kind of tinkering with the idea of it, but I think that's gonna happen because everybody needs to read this book.
And have I talked you into when you finish Invincible going ahead and starting with Fables?
Yes. So after Invincible, I want to be done with Invincible. I want it to be done this month. I want to read like one full indie series a month. So this month was Invincible. Next one's Fables. The month after, I'm thinking probably Why the Last Man, because in December I read all of the.
Did I just lose? There we go.
Am I still here? Okay.
Yeah, y'all just froze for a minute, so it's probably on my side.
Okay. And then last month I read all of Black Hammer. So I'm trying to. And then like the month before that, I read all of New 52, Batman, and Justice League, and all that stuff. So trying to read all of the greats, and then like next year I'm not gonna have anything to read.
Yeah, you will. There's plenty of great stuff out there. And I'm telling you, Fables might take you more than 1 month. I'll just go ahead and tell you that.
How
There's
many
a lot of
compendiums?
Fables, and then
Yeah.
there's Jack of Fables, and then there's other books like Fables, 1001 Nights of Snowfall.
Yeah.
There was an audio book that was read by Will Wheaton.
Really?
There's a lot of stuff for Fables, and it's spectacular.
How many issues is just like the main? Is it?
Oh God, how many issues did the main series run? Like 150.
Okay, so that's probably
Somewhere in
right
there.
in line with Invincible then. So I may do that and then read those offshoots because that's what I'm kind of doing with Black Hammer. I'm reading like the World of Black Hammer and stuff in between the other things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about Fables for sure. Go ahead.
I mentioned earlier that I pick comics up for their artist. I look at them like trade magazines, basically. James Jean, the cover artist for Fables.
Beautiful.
That guy is one of the best artists that's alive.
And
Yeah.
so creative. There's so many great things
Amazing
going on
guy.
those covers. Yeah, I agree.
And I tell you, another guy that does great covers and really just artwork is Mitch Gerards. I read Tom King's Mr. Miracle, and that was
That was a great run.
Yes, all people on Robinhood app, feel free to back Haven. We're not a publicly traded company, but we'd love to have your money.
for real.
All right, guys. So we're going to move on to question 3.
Question 3.
Bring the prize cam on. So typically we play for my comic book, but I know that you got my comic book and gave it away on your show, right?
Yep. So we did that a part of our, was it 1,000 subscriber giveaway? Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yep.
I appreciate that tremendously. So this time I'm going to throw in 2. We got the first Rule of Black Magic, which is a zine that I've got, and then another variant copy of my comic book. If you want to give them away, I'm excited about that. I like when they're just floating around in the ethos. So
Yep. More exposure is better. So, and last month we had like, and we're going to put together probably a 10,000 subscriber one. We got to
Right
think
on.
about that. But definitely.
These dudes, their subscriber numbers are like this.
This
Ours is
month-
kind of like this.
I don't know what happened, man, but this month, like 50,000 views. That's more than we had like almost the entire first year.
wow.
It was
Okay.
like, I don't understand what's happening, but it's been amazing. But I love that cover on that, man. That character design is
Thank you.
gorgeous.
I appreciate that.
And it's just such a like most indie comics, you can kind of see where they get the influence, but that's such a unique character.
Well, I was just looking at the like slick 50s style, just impossibly cool characters, and was like, you know what? Let's make that just crazy black magic, right? Just throw it in there. And I just want to let you know I'm also doing a new comic that's going to be out probably in the next month or two because the artist on it is moving real quick. Okay. So I'm happy to contribute those too.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right, so for these comics, which I really hope you win because I know you're going to give them away. It'd be great.
Well, if not, if they end back up at Haven, I'll certainly buy them like last time.
Right on, thank you.
Something, man. It was nuts. Or Grace. Sorry, not man.
Well, I thought the first one I had up was this one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'll turn you loose on promoting the show. See if we can't get more than 60 subscribers.
Hey, we're growing, right? Yep. I mean, you grow and then you eventually hit like that crux point, and then it's like, so we're doing okay. Question 3: in Game of Thrones, what was the moniker given to Sir Davos Seaworth due to his smuggler past?
Well, he was the one with no fingers. He was the Onion Knight.
Nailed it. Perfect.
Look, Owen, you're the man. Hit me with these softball questions. I tell you this much, though. Did me dirty on the Star Wars one right up front. Haven't read the Star Wars novels. Although I am listening to Thrawn from 2017 on Audible. Guys, if you don't like to read, but you do want to be a part of the novels, listen to them on Audible. The production values are fantastic.
That's great to hear.
Star Wars without getting to hear a lightsaber, you know?
Yeah.
I saw a thing on episode 1 back when people were still interested in that. What are we? Oh yeah, there you go. Chapter 13, rock on. But they were talking about how they made all the various sounds and things. And one of the ships in episode 1, the sound for it they made by taking a colander and an electric shaver and running the electric shaver inside the colander. And that sounded that was a spaceship sound.
And the ingenuity before you had computer graphics is insane.
Well, I love hearing about the modeling of all of the ships, even up until episode 1 and 2, especially stuff like Adam Savage did and whatnot. I love hearing those stories.
That's legit. So, are you ready for prize number 4?
Right now, I'm shooting 66%, so I'm feeling good.
I have faith for you on this one. Faith in you on this one. Yes.
Well, prize cam. Let's cut to the prize cam.
All right. Prize cam, show us what we got here. This is a variant Falcon and Winter Soldier comic book. It's number 1, which means it's probably issue 4,688.
Not in this case. And these two guys are about to get their own TV show on Disney Plus. So
it looks like the best one too.
But this looks slick.
Yeah, that does look good.
Bring back the stop motion. that could work too. We'll get some Gumby style Disney Plus shows. It'll be great.
Hey, for this one, I want to go ahead and throw in an extra prize. I'm going to do a little prize pack. Justin, our friend here, has been contributing some artwork to the show. As you can tell, he's a huge Star Wars guy. So let's throw in one of his Boba Fett prints. And then I'm also going to throw in this original, it's just a sketch on a comic book backing board of Deadpool saying what Deadpool says. So whoever wins this also walks away with that little prize pack.
Well, look,
they can only say that on Two Brothers Comics after midnight. That's the rule.
Unless Dustin said, I'm not going to go into it. Or Brothers might have to go back up there, man. What did you say, Josh?
Or unless you think you're not on camera, but you are.
Hold on, it goes back. Nobody cares about your stop motion.
Yeah, true.
That's what it was about. Yeah, the memories.
So what were you pointing back on your wall there?
Oh, I said if I get one of those, I'm gonna have to put it back up here. I have 2 original art pieces that one came from Josh, and then one came from. Actually, just got it this week. It's an original Kanto piece by one of our subscribers. So I may have to replace Darth Vader or Kylo up there with one of those.
Right on.
Yeah, that Kanto piece is really, really good. I dig it.
Oh yeah, I thought it was. It's so good. It looked like it came from Drew.
Yeah, it was very well done. All right, so for the Falcon and Winter Soldier and the slew of bonus prizes, we got a tough question for you. You ready for this one?
No, because if I say
You ready
yes,
for this? Okay. In Marvel Comics, what is the dark version of Adam Warlock called? What is the name of the dark version of Adam Warlock?
I'm assuming it's not him, right? You know how he was originally referred to as him? I'm going with him.
Yes, yes. Now him is not the dark version. Him is the chaotic neutral version.
Okay.
There are 3 versions?
Before he was called Adam Warlock, he was just called him.
Yeah. And it's the Avengers. Is it the Avengers title with the casket, or was it a Thor book?
It was the where he first appeared was Thor, I believe.
Yeah, it's the
We,
one with
we've got his first appearance on the wall up at the store, I think.
hanging on those beautiful J channels.
No, it's over. It's not. It's a raw book.
You missed an opportunity.
Well, I may have.
All right,
you've
so I
gone
was going to
with
go with him.
Then,
But,
man, I love that. I'm going to have like 800 videos at the end of this.
well, we already have a correct answer up here.
Okay, see that makes sense because in one of the New Mutants, is it 23 or 27, something like that? There's a character that by the same name that Chris Claremont and somebody else, they basically took Magnus, whatever, and kind of combined the two to create. I forget what it is. Let me see. I think it's Magnus, right?
I believe it was Magnus was the name of the guy that got fused and became the wonky cyber dude whose name just ran right out of my head.
Yeah,
Don't they call Magneto Magnus all the time too? That's uncool to have 2 of them named the same thing. Who won that?
We just call him Eric.
Was that Peter Lewis?
He was the first one I saw. Yep.
Right on. Peter cleaning up as always.
Oh, Magus. Yep. Pulse
Hey, right
Comic
on.
Premiere issue.
The
Oh,
Magus.
that's right. Hold on, focus. Focus.
Not wanting to focus. There it goes.
goes.
Yep, that's it. That's Magus.
Hey Nick, for our Canadian question, we got to pull you off because we have a pretty common problem with people knowing this and getting too excited about it. So rejoin us in just a second.
Okay.
All right, audience.
We cut all the way to Canada for this question.
Absolutely, where it is very snowy and very cold, but also they have healthcare. So let's see. And their beer is stronger. And if I say so myself, I think I'm not going to finish that sentence. All right. So, audience, this is just for you. It is.
Let's cut over to that prize cam.
A Canadian bonus question. Cut to the prize cam. It's Onslaught, and he's representing.
Onslaught holding the flag. Oh, it's brilliant.
All right, guys. for 25 Haven Comics dollars. The best, cleanest, most crisp dollars you can get. Canadian Pamela Anderson starred in the film the adaptation for what Dark Horse comic book that was a box office flop? If you haven't seen it,
flop. It was so terrible. Oh, it was painfully bad.
we got Jeffrey saying Ryan Reynolds. That is not the name of the movie she starred in. But Jeffrey, I love your enthusiasm. We did have a right answer, and I believe the very first person to say it was Zachary. I want everyone to know, as we applaud him for his enormous skill in quiz shows, I asked Zachary to come on. He said, no thanks, no dice. Zachary, come on. And if you need a partner, grab a partner. Bring somebody else on. We want to see your face. We want to hear you answer some questions. And come on, I'm supposed to see every box office flop? Christine, that one's not even fair.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I get it with all these like zeitgeist movies that are the pillar of box office stardom, and everybody's into, and they shape society. But barbed wire, you're gonna rag on me for that? All right,
look, dude, Zachary Jordan's apologizing to you in Canadian.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You could always, Zach, just do it from an audio standpoint. We have a lot of people that do that.
Yeah, or seriously.
You could put up a picture of the American flag as your avatar, and then
we've established a precedent that you can have a partner. So get somebody that just really loves comics and just bring them on. Also, we ask weird stuff now. It doesn't even have to be about comics. You never know. You never know what's going to pop on.
We try to make it fun. Oh, and he's very impressed with himself too. So that's good. Not lacking in self-confidence. I appreciate that. Alrighty, so that was our Canadian question. So what do we have for our next American question?
We're returning from the dead. This question from last week, or not the question, the prize from last week.
It went unclaimed.
We've got a Slick Vision trade paperback now that he's coming back to Disney Plus. People are in love with Vision and Wanda, and you can read this. You can see what's up. It's not Visions, which is my favorite, but it is.
Josh, I'm really excited for tomorrow's episode of Vision.
Brother, me too. I can't wait.
Have you seen the trailer or the sneak peek?
No.
Oh, then you don't even know, because it's going to be good. At this point, just wait and be surprised.
Well, yeah, that's what I will do. But yes, I'm very excited about it.
If I wasn't already sold on it, right? If I wasn't already in love with the MCU, episode 1 would have lost me. But I watched it, I followed along. Episode 3, right at the end, the weirdness got me right in the right way, and I'm very happy with the show so far.
Same thing with me, man. I told Josh when we spoke about it that I put on episode 1, and then I started responding to comments and stuff. Completely missed the whole episode 1 and 2. I did it again the next day, put it back on, and it was just I focused that time. But yeah, it definitely would have lost me had I not known that something big was coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it definitely if you stopped watching it with one, give it a couple of issues, and then watch them all in a binge, and I think it'll be good. But episode 3 or 4, it's gonna be nice.
I'm very much looking forward to it.
Me too.
So, guys, for question 6, I'm going to cut to the prize cam. We are playing for something that I can't believe I haven't opened. Because
I thought question 6
Yeah, you already showed
the Vision trade.
Oh, man.
No, you're
I'm
good.
looking at the backstage prize cam. She's setting up for next time. That's my fault. The prize cam is too efficient. Question 6. Josh, go.
What British rock icon and current yoga master was the inspiration for creating John Constantine?
Bono? No, no.
John Constantine, do you see Bono?
No. Stop. He's Irish, anyways. That's on me. It's the guy that sung "White Wedding," right? It's a nice. He was in the Adam Sandler movie, The Wedding Singer, right?
We
Billy
might
Idol.
get that answer if you
Idol.
can sing it. Sing the song.
Billy Idol.
Just sing it. I need to hear it.
No. This mic doesn't make it that good.
It's a nice day for a what?
White Wedding. Here in Alabama, you guys pronounce with the H real hard, so it's white. That was new when I moved here.
I totally understand where you're coming from, but Nick.
Really?
Yeah.
Visually, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can absolutely see that.
Dang.
I think the first person that got it right is going to be Alan or Mark.
Oh,
Hey, I need to know what's the name on your passport?
Me?
No, Alan Mark. He's an imposter. You're coming in telling us one name, his name's another name. Got people coming in
Are you
asking for him
serious?
by different names.
So we're going with this guy over Billy freaking Idol is Constantine inspiration.
Let's focus that.
Well, he's old in that picture. If you go back and look at him when John Constantine was thought up, yeah, he looks a lot more like it.
Hold on. That's outrageous.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Billy Idol looks straight up like John Constantine.
All right, well, I don't feel so bad about that one then.
That's fair.
It's being recommended that you watch Dune if you want a good visual.
Yeah, I do want to see. I'm excited for the new version of that too.
Of Dune?
Yeah. It got delayed by like another year, but you know.
I might watch that one because it's coming right to HBO Max.
Hey, Mark Allen. He thinks it's both too. And we got Michael Floyd on. Welcome, Michael. Good to have you on, sir.
We got comics and death metal. Haven't seen him in a minute.
What's up?
That's because Ryan is awesome. Ryan, you were so close on that one just a second ago. You came in just a split second after Mark Allen. Mark.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. No.
I don't like it. I'm keeping my idol. That idol is better.
You just got an alternative fact.
That's right. Isn't that what we do now?
Alternative facts.
All right. Question 7.
What's the prize game? You're apparently very excited about this one.
I am. I'm excited about it because I love it. This is beautiful, in my opinion. So, it's a blind bag comic. All you know is that Campbell drew it. You don't know what's in there. It's one of multiple things. It could be, it could not have trade dress. It could be black and white. You don't know. And to me, that's infuriating. So I just got to rip these things open as fast as I can. But it made it to the show.
Yep. You're a sucker for a blind bag.
Absolutely.
A blind box or a mystery box every time.
Absolutely, yeah. Nick, hold that back up. Walking Dead got me. Oh, okay. You have opened it. All right. I was going to say.
I'm going to show it. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah. What did you actually have in there? Oh, there you go. The J. Scott Campbell take on Michonne. Yeah.
Nick, do you appreciate J. Scott Campbell?
I won't give all my opinions because I don't want anybody to be upset with Josh.
They won't be upset with me. You'd be the one talking. I will just tell them where you live.
Well, so here's my thing, okay? No, I don't like over-sexualized young versions of comic book characters, and we'll leave it at that.
Okay. I know a couple people in the audience agree with you. I think he's a good artist, but I agree with you too.
Yeah, wonderful artist. I just do not like that style.
He does a great job at a thing I don't like.
I will tell you, he does have artistic chops outside of that when he chooses to use them. Mm-hmm. He did a Spawn variant cover It was like inside a cathedral, and Spawn is crouched down over the lectern there, the podium at the front, and that's a phenomenal cover that shows the man can draw when he's not doing just pure straight up little pug nose, hypersexualized, overly skinny 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know, I know the comic cover you're talking about, and there's an alternative opinion. I hated it. It was terrible. So, just me personally, you don't have to agree. It's all right. We can all be friends.
I love
Question 7.
Sounds like something I do to Dustin. It's like, I hear your opinion, I respect your opinion, but that's stupid.
That sounds straight up out of a Two Brothers Comics Saturday Night catalog.
And we are talking about J. Scott Campbell.
Oh, and I forgot to do this earlier, but if you're watching this later after the fact, thanks for doing that. Hopefully you're subscribed to the channel. You hit the like button and all that jazz. Yeah. But we appreciate you, even if you're not on here, rocking through these comments right now. And if you can watch it live, you totally should, because we have a blast with this.
And if you're on Facebook, jump over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do us a solid. Come on. We're giving stuff away for free here.
Even if you are 95 and you're like, nah, I'm too old for YouTube. No, dude, do it. YouTube, you get better responses with the comments. They're faster, so you can answer quicker. At least that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, and guys, I'm getting tired of making up email addresses to hit the like button myself, so I need help. All right, question number 7. In the James Bond movie GoldenEye, the villain, I'm going to say this wrong, Alec Trevelyan, goes by what code name at the beginning of the film?
Say that one more time. I want to make sure I got the movie right.
In the James Bond movie GoldenEye, the villain, Alec Trevelyan, goes by what code name at the beginning of the film?
I'm trying to think of
Do you
something
know
funny
who
to
the
say.
actor was who played this character?
No, I don't. I do not. I'm not a big fan of the James Bond stuff.
He dies in the first series or the first season of Game of Thrones. He dies in Lord of the Rings.
I was about to say it's
He dies in everything. That's part of his
everything.
shtick.
Like I would hate. Could you imagine being that actor? So first off, I don't want to wait for the comments to catch up and somebody answer it, and then you'd be like, oh, but I do not know his name. It's Bean. I don't know the guy's name, the character's name, but
Is it Mr. Bean or is it another Bean?
no, it's Sean
It
Bean.
is-
Sean Bean is the actor, but I don't know the code name he goes by.
Hey, I'm going to give you one wrong answer, which maybe will spark the right answer.
Okay.
It is not, hold on, Professor Slippy Fist. That's not it.
No clue. I have I'm not a big fan of the James Bond stuff. I've only ever watched the one. I think it was the first one where the newest reiteration of James Bond took place, and he was sitting in the chair and they were hitting.
Oh
him
yeah,
with
the knotted rope. Yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, it's not my thing.
Well,
I
no,
did play
nobody
the video
wants
game.
that.
The GoldenEye video game?
Yeah,
God, the GoldenEye video game was the coolest thing
Yeah.
in the universe when that came out.
so good.
All right, Nick, you just need to say a word or a combination of words.
Or letters or
It
numbers.
is not Sean Bean.
And we're going for a code name, not the actor's name.
Yeah, no, I know. I still don't know the code name. You just wanted something, so
Mhm.
I just said something. 007.
Well, that's the
James Bond's
007 is
name.
James Bond. That's not him.
If-
So
If James
So what
Bond's
is-
code name is 007, what's this guy's code name?
008.
Ah, so it's 006.
Oh, well, dang.
And that is Zachary Jordan. Got this one again.
Why are you
Zach-
not on here, man? He should be on.
Yeah, Zachary, I think
I want
That's
to go
fine.
back to that. That's
I love
that's
his.
a great Sean Bean quote adapted for this.
I love his
scenario.
his avatar there, man. I love those. That's what it reminds me of. Is that one?
And now go ahead and tell them what Dustin said about that Saturday night, because that was hilarious.
Oh
comment.
yeah. So this is actually not Barry Allen. This is Wally West after Barry Allen runs past him because Barry Allen is the better version of the Flash. Wally West is nothing. It goes Barry, Jay Garrick, every other iteration of the Flash, then Wally.
Grace, thank you for seeing me. Thank you for understanding me
I
and
know you were
seeing
throwing it
my
out there.
heart. Yeah, I mean, you had a 50-50, 008, 006. All right, so we're going to cut.
Not cool.
Yeah, we don't burn books. Burning books sucks. All right, come to the prize cam. This is what we're playing for. I love this. I'm proud of this. I hope he's on here. I think he's one of the best artists in our community. Boom. This is Tom Price drawing Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. And
cool.
it's just a slick sketch cover on Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, #1. So
for
that's
that
what we're playing for. One of a
awesome
kind.
original art sketch cover, we're going to venture into space. What was the name of Fry's dog that he left behind in the past
No.
in Futurama?
Just mentioning that makes me want to cry.
I have never seen an episode of Futurama. Never. Not one time have I seen an episode of Futurama. However, Justin and I spoke about this, and he said it made him cry on our channel. Or not made him cry on our channel, but when he watched it, he said it made him cry.
Apparently it made a lot of people cry, and that episode won an Emmy.
Never, ever watched an episode of Futurama.
Man, watch just this one.
So, what would you name a dog if you had to leave it behind in the past and be sad for the rest of eternity?
I would name it Paisley. Because that is the name of my dog.
You know, it's funny.
Final answer?
That's
Final answer.
That's not the name.
I love that video, but it cuts us off.
Oh, well, that's my
It does.
favorite thing to do on this stuff is right in the middle of somebody talking, click.
So yeah, it's not it. That's not the name, but it's in the same family. I feel as the name, right?
It's a
and
strong dog name.
I think Peter Lewis actually had the first correct answer.
There we go.
I could hear Paisley being the last name for a dog named Seymour. Hello, I'm Seymour Paisley. I'm your lovely loyal hound. Ruff, ruff, bark, bark.
JT was like, I'm so mad about that issue. You mean episode? Or was it a no? You guys said it was a TV show, right?
Yeah, Futurama.
Yeah. It's a
Hey,
TV
I'm
show.
getting a question here about something behind me, which is peeking out for everybody. This is Disneyland magazine from quite a long time ago. It's all shiny and glary. Let me pull this out. This thing is huge and big in me. Will you hear me? That is Disneyland magazine for young readers. Awesome Sword in the Stone cover, and it's a wraparound cover too, so you can see what all else is going on in the room.
Very cool.
And this is from 1971.
Nice.
So yes, Disneyland magazine, 1971. It's pretty awesome, and it makes me happy.
Is that for your personal collection?
I have been getting some good Disneyland magazines and comics. I'm a sucker for any of the comics that take place in the Disney parks or feature the characters in the Disney parks. I always dig that.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. They're
Yeah.
set in the Disney parks, or they're set with characters that also are in the Disney parks? Because it's
two
two
different
totally
things.
different comic books. Josh, you still there?
He's frozen.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh,
I'm
he's
not
back.
frozen, I swear.
Hey, look at there. It's Justin
yeah,
Birch
no,
in the house.
I totally dig both sets. I like the old Disney characters, but I also love comics of the Disney characters in the Disney parks. As a matter of fact, I just got a small collection in a handful of books this week. In one of the books in there, it shows Uncle Scrooge, Donald, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie in Disneyland on the cover, and that's what the book is. It's them running around Disneyland. Makes me very happy.
I have a really cool Disney book, Josh.
Yeah, you do, and it's better than mine. And oh,
I got mine for a steal.
hey, here's according to the hierarchy that Nick laid out earlier. Here is the second best thing about Two Brothers Comics, Mr. Justin Birch, comics professional letterer extraordinaire. And I can say that because he does lettering on a G.I. Joe Snake Eyes comic, so that makes him amazing.
Hey, before we move too far away from it, little known fact about me: I one time proposed to Sleeping Beauty in a Disney park. She did not say no. She just seemed very bashful, and I left. She asked me to sing to her, and I said no, and then I left. So
Wait.
That's funny.
She asked you to sing to her, and you said no?
Mm-hmm. I was talking to Sleeping Beauty, and I told her, of course, of my love for her. And then
You didn't just break right into "I know you." On a dream.
I got cold feet. I got embarrassed. I sing that song every day.
She's a princess. That's royalty.
I mean,
You had your chance. You blew it.
yeah, and you know what? My life went pretty well, so that's the way it should have gone.
I mean, you're not wrong. Because, I mean, you've got... you're the only person I know who is married to an award-winning prize camp. And that's amazing. But, you know, as Little Texas said, what might have been... You never knew.
Well, I'm sure she's a lovely person. All right, so question 9. I'm going to cut to the prize cam, who I hope didn't hear me say any of that.
Price Cam is going to knock you out like LL Cool J. Oh! Price Cam says, take that.
All right, Josh, tell us about this.
Well, that is the Avengers number 279, signed by the writer Roger Stern. See that little signature right there? Roger Stern, that was a phenomenal era of the Avengers, and I loved it. And so it's very cool that we've got a book signed by the phenomenal Roger Stern. So spectacular. And you could win that. You could win that, Nick.
We're going to get it. As long as it's not a bad question. If I don't know, it's on the question.
The quality of the question. That's what's at stake here.
That's right.
Hey, man, I believe in you, okay? I believe in you. You got this. What Avenger kills the Vision after the team is attacked in Avengers Disassembled?
Okay, so what Avengers kills Vision
Mm-hmm.
in Avengers Disassembled, right?
Yep. Vision gets murdered by whom in Avengers Disassembled?
All right, so can I ask you a couple of questions?
You can ask me whatever you want.
He's got a long history of giving the answers away. So yeah, let's do this.
Josh knows I'm just going to sit here and try to talk my way through this. So I've never read it, and I don't know if it's a show.
Mm-hmm. It is a comic book.
Okay, so it's a
run.
comic story.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me really wants to say Iron Man, but I feel like that's too cheesy.
Would Iron Man kill Vision? Ask yourself.
I guess no, probably not. But then you have somebody like the Hulk, but I don't know if he was part of the Avengers team during that time. You know, if he gets angry, he might just rip somebody's face off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you have Thor, who is the god of thunder, who is great in King in Black, by the way, and that's a great run. So if you're not reading that, and I'm only stalling.
And the current Avengers is a great run.
Yeah.
Jason Aaron has been killing it on Avengers.
I don't know. I'll just
Nick, are you a lawyer? What do you do?
What now?
What do you do? Are you a lawyer?
Lawyer.
No. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a mystery.
Is arguing part of your job?
negotiating is.
Oh.
No, arguing's not part of his job. He just does that for fun. It's a hobby.
But negotiations certainly are. I don't know. We'll go with 4.
All right. I'm not going to play the video. You didn't get it this time. So let's cut to the audience. We got Thor,
You've got a whole lot of
Quicksilver,
wrong
Cap,
answers.
Hawkeye, Captain America, Deadpool, Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Iron Man. My man, Jason, it is She-Hulk.
You were very close when you said Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
I should have went with my gut. At least then I would have been like 50% right.
Yeah. And then later they were like, why you guys keep putting Hulks on the team? Also, can we talk about that run real quick? Wanda has her 2 kids, and then Magneto says, put them back. That is the creepiest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, is that
Her
the one where
dad-
she had the kids and then didn't have the kids anymore randomly, but then they showed up later?
Yes. Yes, so Disassembled is about Wanda going crazy because she realizes that her kids are not real. Does that sound like anything on Disney
Yeah.
Plus right now? I don't know. Maybe it's relevant. Maybe
That's why the question was there.
we should give it a read. But
But yeah, She-Hulk, it looked like Vision was possessed by Ultron, so She-Hulk ripped him apart.
How long ago was that run?
That was a while back.
a decade?
So it was like early 2000s
I want to say yes.
or late 2000s if it was a
I think
decade.
it was
Man,
longer
can I
than
believe-
that.
I don't know. It came out when I was in college. So I'm dating myself there.
Spoilers. Dang, 2006. Man.
15 years ago. Holy
Dang.
cow. That's so old.
Right?
Yeah, a kid who was born that year would be a sophomore in high school now.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
For question 10, we're going to play for this sick Thanos Funko. This is the big one.
Ooh, nice.
It's not one of the little ones.
Tell us how you feel about Funko Pops there, Nick.
Hey, I have some pretty cool ones back there. They're all Dragon Ball Z or My Hero Academia. Oh, and then I got the one from Ryan. Isn't that cool?
And Dustin has a bunch of Funko Pops, but every one of them is from The Office.
And he has the
He
original
has
team in
37
T-set,
Dwight
which is cool.
Schrute Funko Pops.
He does have every single Dwight Schrute one that's come out. The best one, by far, is the Recyclops ones. Those are the best.
That's great. Hey, before we move into this, I'm going to add a prize here. I'm an idiot. I had all this artwork to give away.
Well, I have a bonus question.
I get distracted.
I've got
Okay.
a bonus question we can tag at the end. And
We'll do that. We'll do question 11.
Because
All right.
definitely know it.
We hope.
Josh, hit Nick with question 10.
Question 10. Nick, for the Thanos, snapping his fingers as a giant-eyed Funko Pop. In the Matrix, what is Neo's real first name?
The one? No, I don't.
His mom and dad named him the One.
Yeah.
Come here, the One. Get here right now, the One.
Man. I just watched all of those back in October on the way to just outside of Knoxville.
Number 4 is coming out this year.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Because the way it ended, like, just, whew. So part of me wants to say Aaron.
We
John
got
Smith are the bad guys, right? So that's not right.
we got a couple of good answers here. Mr. or Mr.
Mr. Great band.
That's not his first name, although that would be a really fun trick to play on a kid.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, this will narrow it down for you some. It's a good Bible name, but I doubt you'll get it.
Oh, man. A good Bible name. Well, it's not Moses. Hold on.
Moses Neo?
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Is it Thomas?
Did I put that up there?
I didn't.
Oh man, I didn't think I did that. I was over here. Well,
Is it Thomas?
Nick,
I was
did
going
you
with Aaron.
did you see the answer?
Oh yeah, absolutely. As soon as you put it up, I said, "Was it Thomas?"
But you were going with Aaron.
Oh, for sure. That was like
All
the only
right.
thing I could think of. I didn't know it. I'll be honest. I'm going to be fair.
In the spirit of fairness, that is to Justin.
For sure.
If I
100%.
screwed that up, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's good because I had no clue. I didn't have a clue. Not even remotely a clue.
All right, Josh, let's hit the audience with an extra question for this Taskmaster drawing, and then this Wolverine drawing, and then this Red Ranger drawing from Justin, who is winning there, and then this Green Ranger drawing from Justin, and then this Black Ranger drawing from Justin, which would have been cool spread out over the show. But now we get an 11th question, so.
Now, the Green Ranger / White Ranger is going to be at the Huntsville Comics and Pop Culture Expo in April. So if you would like to get Mr. Jason David Frank to sign that, you can.
Oh, yeah.
So if Dustin
He'll
was
take
here,
your money and he'll sign the thing, and it'll all be good.
if Dustin was here, I'd make a Power Rangers are lame joke, but I don't want to offend anybody.
Good, because
you just want to offend your brother.
Zachary Jordan wants him really badly. So,
Well, all right. So our bonus question, and you guys going to have to answer this fast. What is the tagline that they sign off with every single week, and that they sign off with on all their videos on the Two Brothers Comics channel? What is their
That
tagline?
is a good question.
And if you don't know it from that, you can also see it plastered on several places in the store at Haven Comics.
Lots of stickers.
They're stickers that are like this long. They're
Good 8.5
crazy.
inches. Literally, they're 8.5 inches. I'm not trying to be funny. I did not realize how big they were going to be.
So yeah, what is their tagline? What do they sign off with? It is not Babylon, although that could work. It is not same time, same bat channel. These are all jumping around. It is not see you next time, Space Cowboy. What is it? Ryan Williams, if you're on here, I know you know this, and if and I'm sure that he's already offended you haven't put the answer. You guys better be Googling real fast because that's some awesome prizes there.
Nick, is that a mugshot you just put up in the back?
So I wish you could see it a little bit better, but it's actually this crazy picture of Justin Birch. So I'm getting some stuff done, and I was trying to show it off because just in case he was still watching. That's what I've been trying to do is put Jar Jar Binks up there, but I couldn't get that to work because he's
It
a
is
huge fan of
not
Jar Jar Binks.
Don't drive like my brother, although I'm sure that Nick feels that. Whoa, what do we have going on there? Oh wow, yeah.
So
That's a
what's going back there.
fantastic picture. And I gotta say, Justin with that big hair really looks like Teddy Ruxpin to me.
Oh, and yeah. He's
All right.
hilarious.
We have a correct answer from Ryan, Comics and Death Metal. Collect your way.
But he didn't do the finger gun, so he loses.
I can tell if he did. He might have done that.
He probably did.
He probably did it in spirit.
Hey, Comics and Death Metal, that's Ryan.
Williams.
All right, on.
See,
Yeah,
right there. Collect
Yep.
your way.
Collect your way, which is really cool as a tagline, I feel, because you guys aren't putting any particular comics up. You're not putting any comics down. You're just telling people what you like, talking through it, and encouraging people to buy what they like and to skip all the, don't just buy books because you think you're going to be able to flip them for $20 next week.
And don't be
Buy
a
stuff to
scalper.
read, enjoy your books, and he definitely did finger guns.
So, and that's right. I mean, that's exactly what it came from.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. About this time last year, Dustin came up with it 100% himself. But it basically came from when we first started collecting. We had been to a comic shop and walk in, buy a book we thought we were really excited about, wanted to read, and it by obviously you guys know this isn't Haven, but and the guys at the counter laughing at it. We've I wouldn't let my 6-year-old read this because of how stupid it is and that kind of stuff. So
I hate that.
yeah, and from that point we're like, you know what, you guys do what you want to do, and collect your way, and that's kind of just stuck. So the only thing we say don't do is don't go in, buy 15 books off the shelf, flip them for $20, and don't let anybody else read them.
Yeah.
Do your FOC, and you can buy and sell and flip all you want to, I guess.
The reason that I am part of the Haven family is I didn't know there was a comic book store in Huntsville that didn't act that way for years. And then I go in there and they're like, hey, what do you like? And I'm like, hold on. That matters to anyone else?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of people probably know what I mean, but yeah, it was a really terrible experience and kind of made you feel about that tall.
And that's terrible, especially if you're fresh to the hobby and you're like, hey, this looks interesting to me. I want to read it. And somebody else tells you, you already feel nervous enough as it is. Like walking into a new thing and trying something new. And then somebody tells you that you're an idiot and you like crap. And you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I subjecting myself to this? That's a terrible thing to do to somebody.
I'm allowed to like crap. I'm allowed. Leave me alone.
I mean, Dustin likes Power Rangers comics, so I mean,
Yeah, Dustin's top 2 things: Power Rangers comics and Mortal Kombat comics.
And don't give him a 9.2.
Wrestling comics.
Don't let him open up a 9.2 graded comic.
Oh my gosh, that video where like he was so happy about the 1 grade and then so infuriated by the other.
He was upset by it because it hurt. Yeah, see, Ryan knows. What's awful about it is, like, I think people stopped because he was genuinely upset, and so I edited a bunch of stuff. But then when he started seeing all the additional issues with it, is when he really got upset. But hey, Alan, thank you for that, man. The top picks video, that has been a slow work that we've kind of, I think, gotten to where we want it to be.
Owen is not wrong, and to his point, what's something funny? There was a new gaming place just opened in town, and they had an interview somehow with AL.com, and they seemed to believe that they are the only gaming store. The article said the only safe haven for geeks in town.
Wow.
And I thought, there are so many others, but somebody in Reddit, because there was a conversation about this in the Huntsville subreddit, somebody in Reddit picked up and was like, there's a ton of other places in town. And historically, there have been a metric crap ton of other places in town. And they started going through the list, and somebody in there, Haven was mentioned a couple of times, and one person mentioned Haven and said that we were just a tax write-off. I was like, wow, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Somebody else jumped to our defense, which I greatly appreciated.
Look, you don't have to do anything. People will.
That's very funny.
Yeah. I did not know that they. So, Josh, idea. Are we done with the questions, or do we have more questions? Because I don't want to interfere.
We are done with the questions.
Okay. So, idea. And now that I have all of my audio recording stuff and it's mobile and the camera and stuff, I want to come one Saturday morning before you open and sit you down and do like a what it's been like to own a comic shop type video for the last 20 years. And then you can post it up to your channel and stuff. But I think that would be really like a very documentary style interview.
That would be awesome.
So that's something I've really been thinking about, because I can, basically when my setup's mobile, I can bring the audio now and all of that stuff. But I think that would be really cool for you to be able to post to your channel. And if we have to get in there and make like a TV commercial for your shop, so you can get on AL.com and show people what's up, I guess we'll have to do that.
That's great.
I would be totally on board with that, because I can certainly tell you the ups and downs of a comic book store over a 20-year period. That was the funny thing that they said was in there was like, it's just a tax write-off for the guy doesn't care. And I'm like, if I didn't care, there's an awful lot of work that goes into a store.
Yeah. But I would love to do that.
Nonstop ordering, the taxes. I mean, there's just so much stuff that goes into it.
Yeah. But I would love to do that, like have you do the documentary style, and then if you had any like photos from back in the day when you first opened or just throughout the years, And
I
I'd love
actually
to get.
uncovered some pictures just the other day from our grand opening night
That would be perfect.
when we had a party there. That was funny because everybody looked so freaking young.
Yeah. But see, I would love to have, get that in there. And then I'd love to have some of your customers that have, maybe been shopping with you for the last couple of decades and have them sit down and kind of talk about it. And I think that would be kind of a cool little video to do.
Yeah, it's funny. It really hits home when you say customers who have been shopping with you for the past couple of decades.
Nah.
Because when I sit and think about that, ooh, wow, that's absolutely true. And we've had some folks who are still there who were there within the month that we opened.
That's cool.
Speaking of, I think maybe we need or should get a video for this. Haven is at 1871 Slaughter Road, Suite F in Madison. We're in a Heritage Plaza next to a florist. We used to be in the back, but now you can see us from the road. So,
and we can see you.
If you're new to Haven, come stop by. If you like comics at all, come pick up a box. We'll give you a discount, and we'll put your prizes in it if you hang out with us every week.
Yeah. You want to do our prize rundown real quick so everybody knows who won what?
Absolutely. And Jeffrey brings up a good point. We're dog friendly. Bring your dog.
Their dog in. What a sweet dog that was too.
Sorry.
Has the right of this. That's no secret password is required anymore.
But you can give a secret password if you want. We're happy to learn.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, so prize rundown. Nick, you won the pen and the sanitizer. You won my comics. Justin won stickers and the Thanos Funko. Peter Lewis, you won the Falcon variant comic, the Deadpool and Boba Fett comic pack, and Tom Price's sketch cover. Zachary, you won a $25 gift card to Haven Comics, as well as the Campbell blind bag. Alan, you won the Vision graphic novel. And Jason, you won the signed comic. And Ryan Williams won the art pack. So
Ryan, speaking of which, Ryan Williams. No, Ryan, the secret password is no longer required. The handshake still is.
I made this just for this occasion. Is it too much? Definitely. But it's there. I love it. I made it. Just like this guy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Sometimes you just gotta make goofy stuff and see what sticks.
I thought that season 4 was supposed to come out at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly that was COVID postponed, so I don't know when it's actually going to come out. But I'm really anxious because season 3 ended in a kind of tough spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see how that goes. But yeah, this was a lot of fun as always. Greatly appreciated it. Everybody, y'all are awesome. Thanks for sticking around. Nick, you're a phenomenal guest, and you guys got to understand. Nick is he's a customer at the store. Nick is a friend of the store. Nick is the guy who single-handedly, and I cannot emphasize enough, single-handedly, because literally he had no help. He put up the new display on the wall above the subscriber boxes for all of our great books. And those are 12-foot long, bendy, floppy things that are really impossible for one person to manhandle and nail to the wall. But he clearly has experience with that sort of thing.
Glad you said it, so I didn't have to say something.
So we appreciate him using his natural gifts and endowments to help Haven. That was really, really cool. We greatly appreciate it. And if I cannot emphasize enough, if you guys want to check out awesome videos that get released on the regular, Two Brothers Comics, and then pop in on Saturday night at about 8:30 Central Time for the Comics Babylon, that chat is hysterical. It is so much fun in there all the time. These guys and all the people in there just giving each other grief. The jokes are flying. It's a hoot. And you get to drop some cool comics knowledge. You get to talk with some cool comics folks. We have a blast every single week, so I highly recommend that. Thank you, sir. And so we'll end this. You want to tell people, hit them with your tagline for Two Brothers Comics, and that's how we'll end it.
All right. So this is how we always end every video. This is weird. You guys are the best part of Haven Comics, and as always, collect your way. See, that's a little rehearsed, but it sounds good.
It does. It sounds good, and I dig it. So yeah, collect your way.